Hi guys, the Snow Rabbit here with a back issue haul video, and these are books that I picked up over the last month and a half, and I thought I'd show them off to you. Nothing really too spectacular, I don't think, but I think some people might like it. But anyway, let's get started. So first thing I picked up was not first thing, well, one of the things I picked up was Crossroads #1. Like I said in a previous video, I'm pretty sure I've got this series somewhere, but for the life of me, I can't find it. And I thought, why not for $1? Pick that up. Picked up issue 1 of Future Imperfect, Incredible Hulk, featuring art by the awesome George Perez. Hell yeah. I showed off issue 2 a couple of videos ago, so I wrapped it. I found that. This is a Batman Elseworlds, Haunted Gotham. This is a 3-part mini-series or 3-part series. Anyway, picked it up cheap. So, yep. I also found this, and I wasn't aware this had come out, so I was wrapped when I found it. So this isn't a comic, but it's a kind of pulp novel sort of thing, and it's featuring the Shaolin Cowboy, and it's got some art in there, but I enjoyed both miniseries of the Shaolin Cowboy, and I thought, why not? Give it a go. This I picked up from my local comic book shop. I haven't seen anybody talk about it, which is odd, but when I saw it was written by Paul Dini and featuring 2 of my favorite female characters, I had to give it a go. So this is Black Canary and Zatanna, Bloodspell. So this is an original graphic novel, which is a hardcover. I had to do the knock on the thing, but anyway, I'll do it the next one. And my friend Tim showed this off in one of his videos, and I hadn't realized, or I had realized that it come out. So I was wrapped when he showed it, so I tracked it down, and this is Nemo, The Roses of Berlin. I've got the other one, but I didn't have this one. So written by Alan Moore and Kevin O'Neill. Found this cheap and decided to pick it up because I wanted to read a copy of this. I've got a first printing of The Killing Joke, and I wanted to read a copy, and this has been recolored by Brian Boland, and one of my all-time favorite Batman stories of all time, featuring some of the best art, I reckon, of all time, in a Batman story. Very controversial. If you guys haven't read it, check it out. It's worthwhile. And like I said, this is meant to be a reading copy for me, so I'm wrapped that I found that. And like I said, found that cheap. Picked this up for $1. This is The First Kingdom. This is a black and white magazine. This is book 9. I thought I'd give it a go. It's late 70s indie magazine. So, yeah. I used to see that advertised in the back of ElfQuest or some Marvel comics or something like that. So I was interested to check that out. So issue number 4 of Dracula Lives, more black and white magazine goodness. And in terms of magazines, this is my last one. This is Epic Illustrated. Man, for the life of me, I can't remember what number this is. Was that never numbered? That I think it's issue number 7, and it's featuring a cover up by Barry Windsor Smith, and I'm trying to complete that run somehow. So pick those up when I find them. Picked up a few indie books or non-Marvel / DC books, and this is Ultra Force #1. I'm pretty sure I own the complete run of this, and it features art by the great George Perez, and for $2 I wasn't going to pass that up. More George Perez art. This is CrossGen Chronicles issue number 5. Actually, that was a pretty good company when it was out during the 90s. Unfortunately, it folded, but had some pretty good titles. I saw this in somebody's video, but for the life of me, I can't remember who. And I saw it at my secondhand bookshop. Well, I saw the preview, so this is the preview I picked up from the secondhand bookshop. And this is a retailer preview, and then I picked up the original first issue of Anne Bonny. It was all right. Nothing to brag about, but it was all right. The UK boys really liked this title, and I thought I'd give it a go since it's first issue. Appeared at secondhand bookshop, and I thought, why not? A Voice in the Dark. This is issue number 1, so I'll keen to read that. Now, Fatale, number 14. Like, I totally missed the boat on this title. I didn't have it on my pull list. I totally missed it. It was only up until they were up to issue about 5 or 6 or something like that I realised that it had come out. And I've been reading it in trade, which is pretty cool anyway. But I'm a singles man, but when I find them cheap, I pick it up. So this is issue number 14. Dream Police, number 1 by Michael Straczynski. Issue number 1, Image. I'll give it a go. Why not? Veil, number 1 by Greg Rucka. Interesting cover. Haven't had a chance to read it yet, but I've been enjoying Greg's writing, so I thought I'd give it a go. And it's sort of cheap, so give it a go. Another one I was a bit skeptical about, but I actually read this one. This is The Hacktivist, number 1. The concept was by Alyssa Milano, the actress. I was a bit skeptical, but it was actually not bad, actually. It was kind of surprising. If I find the other issues, I'll definitely pick those up, but I'm not going to go out of my way to track them down. But if they turn up, they turn up. Picked up some marbles. As you know, or may have mentioned, that I may have mentioned this in previous videos, but I used to own the complete run of Walt Simonson's Thor, and the dummy that I am, I gave it away. So I'm slowly picking those up. So this is issue 338, 345, 350, 365, Doctor Strange, found those. Again, something I pick up if I find them. So this is issue 53, like I said. Very reminiscent of a Kirby Fantastic Four cover. I'm pretty sure that's intentional. And 56, featuring art by Paul Smith. Really like Paul Smith. Doctor Strange 79, probably the worst cover I've seen in a long time. Doctor Strange 86. Now, I'm not sure whether they're all from the same series or not, but anyway, this is 86. Now, it was better in this. And this is 88. Marvel Fanfare number 5, featuring a story with Doctor Strange and art by Marshall Rogers, I'm pretty sure. Marshall Rogers, yeah. Fantastic Four number 1. This is of the current series. Again, it was at the secondhand bookshop. I picked it up. Now, some DCs. I might just do that first. So a few DCs here. This is DC Comics Presents. This is one series I'm also trying to complete. Again, I'm not going out of my way to track them down, but if I find them, I'll buy them, especially if they're cheap. And this is issue number 55, featuring one of my favorite Superman villains, the Parasite. Airwave, I wouldn't write home about that. This is issue 57, Superman and the Atomic Knights. And 58 with Robin and the Elongated Man. This is 61 with OMAC and art by the great George Perez. Won't say no to that. And this is 92, Superman and Vigilante. Pick up these Birds of Prey 22, mainly because, well, Birds of Prey are pretty cool. I mean, it's a great team. I'm trying to track down the Gail Simone issues, but I saw this with Deathstroke and I couldn't pass it up. And this is issue 24. Another title, another character I like is the Spectre, although some of his series haven't been all that great. But I thought I'd give this one a whirl. This is part of the Joker Last Laugh mini event that ties into the mini series, and I thought, why not? Picked up a few Wonder Womans with some great cover art by Adam Hughes, and this is issue 169. 174 with Power Girl, Troya, Mary Marvel, Supergirl. The names just escape me now. Hawkgirl. Anyway, pretty cool. Wonder Woman 175, cover art by Jim Lee, and part of that Joker's Last Laugh crossover or mini event, whatever you want to call it. Wonder Woman 176 and 177, 178, 179. I'm not sure who the cover artist is on this, but it doesn't matter. 179 and 180. It's Wonder Woman, man. Can't. Hey. Wonder Woman annual from 1997. This is number 6. Picked this up mainly because Amanda Conner art, and I really like Black Canary, and I like Green Arrow. This version of Green Arrow I like, but hey, it's the wedding special number 1. I'm going to pass it out. Whoop. Obviously I put these right way around. So this is that then follows on with this series, Green Arrow and Black Canary number 1, featuring art by Cliff Chiang. This is number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5. That was pretty cool. Now, I picked up a whole stack of these. People, you're going to wonder why on earth did I pick up so many of these, but I'll just show you first what they are, and I'll tell you why. So I picked up Earth 2. This is issue number 14, and I picked up a few copies of that, and as well as the variant. And the main reason why I picked them all up is that it features an autograph by our good friend or fellow Aussie, Nicola Scott. So they've all been autographed by Nicola Scott, so I wasn't going to pass those up. They were about $2 or $3 each, so I wasn't going to say no to that. I also picked up the variant cover for 15, not autographed, but it's the variant cover. And I picked up a whole stack of variant covers for number 23, which is the Batman 66 variants. Now these vary in price here between $6 and $25. So I'm not sure how much this one went for, but these covers usually go for big bucks. I don't know why, but anyway, they are what they are. I picked them up. I picked them all up. There's about 5 copies of them, so I picked them all up. Thought I'd give this a whirl too. This was from a secondhand bookshop, and this is Sinestro number 1 by Cullen Bunn. Totally love his Magneto, and I thought I'd give this a go. It's not of the same caliber, I'm sorry. Cullen Bunn's one of those writers that, again, pretty hit and miss with me. So this one seems to be a little bit of a miss. It's not terrible, but yeah, it's not my cup of tea, I don't think. So this is number 2 and number 3. Birds of Prey 32. Only reason I picked it up, secondhand bookshop, plus it features Harley on the cover. Speaking of Harley, I picked this up too from the secondhand bookshop, and I paid like $3 for it. This is the director's cut of issue 0, which features some panels that weren't published in the original printing. So I think it's good to have, cool to have, so you see what it's meant to be like originally. Picked up the last issue of Nightwing 30, Nightwing issue 30. Yeah, why not? Last issue. Trying to complete my Jeff Johns run on Green Lantern. So this is issue 24, 25. Picked up the Sinestro Corps special number 1. I may have this or may not have it, but I saw it, I wasn't sure, so I just picked it up anyway. I know I don't have this, and this is Superman Prime, part of the Tales of the Sinestro Corps, so picked that up. It's written by Jeff Johns, so I picked that up. Let's see what we got here. Okay, the last in the home stretch, guys. So I picked up some Vertigos and this Saga of the Swamp Thing. Now, I've completed my Alan Moore run, so the issues on either side of that run, I'm not really too fussed about tracking down, but if I see them, I'll pick them up. So this is one of them. This is issue number 4 and number 82. Even after Alan Moore left, Beach took over the writing, and it was actually pretty good, actually. But I think from this storyline, it starts to go downhill from what I can recall. But anyway, pick it up, cheap. Issue 153 with a story by Mark Millar. I'll be keen to track down some of those to see what he's done with that. So give that one a go. Found another war story by Garth Ennis, and this is Jonah's Tiger. Haven't had a chance to read it, but it's Garth Ennis and it's a war story. He loves it. He loves that stuff, so he's really good at it. Now, I've been on a bit of an Ed Brubaker run lately, and found this. This is Dead Enders number 1. Thought I'd give it a go. So this is 1, 5, 9, 10, 11, and 12, 14, and 15. I think this ran maybe about 20 issues. I think I should have looked that up, but if I find them cheap, I'll pick it up. So Ed Brubaker, I don't think you can go wrong with his stuff. And last but not least, I've managed to find a pile from a series that I've been dying to track down, and it's 100 Bullets. So this is about 40 issues between 1 and 45. I'm not going to show all of them, but just to give you an idea what I picked up. So 100 Bullets number 1, 2. I think my good friend Tim's close to finishing off that run, which is awesome. So this is issue number 3, 4, and 5. And then it goes 8 through to 40, 45. It's not a complete straight run. Unfortunately, there's some gaps in it, but I'll just show you a few of the covers. So that's 33. Obviously, it's in order because I've got 17 there. 23, 29, 41, and so on. Yeah, so really keen to track that down. Man, I've been trying to find these locally, and it's virtually impossible to find them locally. And if you do find them locally, they're like asking for like $10 an issue. I don't know where they get off charging $10 an issue for this. And we're not talking about like issue 1, 2, or 3. We're talking about issue 67 or 75 or something like that. It's ridiculous. So if I find them cheap, I pick them up, but I'm not holding my breath. But I'm glad I got those. So that's it in terms of my haul for this time around. Thanks very much, guys, for watching. I really appreciate your support. Please feel free to comment, and I'll see you guys next time.